Most living rooms are forgettable. You've seen 1,000 of them. Beige walls, a sectional pointed at a television, a rug from a big box store. Perfectly fine, completely invisible. Barndominium living rooms are different. Something happens when you take exposed steel, soaring ceilings, and raw industrial bones, and then decide to make it feel like the most comfortable room you've ever walked into. The contrast does something. The space does something. The best ones stop you cold. Today, we're going through 10 barndominium living room ideas that are redefining what this space can be in 2026. Not mood boards, not Pinterest fantasy. Builds that real people have pulled off and the specific decisions that made them work. By the end of this video, you'll have at least one idea you'll be sketching out before you go to sleep tonight. Idea 1. The black steel contrast room. Everything starts with the bones. Exposed black steel columns and beams. Not painted, not wrapped, not hidden behind drywall. Left exactly as they are. Raw, structural, honest. Against that, you bring in the warmest possible everything else. Cream linen sofas, walnut wood accents, a stone fireplace in a soft natural gray, layered wool rugs on polished concrete. The tension between cold and warm is what makes this room magnetic. Neither element overwhelms the other. The steel gives it edge, everything else makes it livable. This is the room people walk into and immediately ask, who designed this? Idea 2. The double height feature wall. Most living rooms have one ceiling height. Barndominiums give you the option of 2, and the smartest designers use that vertical space as a canvas. A floor-to-ceiling shiplap or board and batten wall. A stack of oversized windows climbing all the way to the roofline. A reclaimed wood accent surface that runs the full 22 feet from floor to peak. The feature wall does two things. It anchors the entire room, gives it a focal point that earns the ceiling height, and it creates a conversation between the vertical drama above and the human-scale comfort below. Scale the furniture accordingly. Low-profile sofas, a long, low coffee table. Let the wall breathe.
Idea 3. The indoor-outdoor dissolve. The best barndominium living rooms don't end at the wall. Oversized sliding glass doors or full bifold accordion panels that open the entire side of the living room to a covered porch or outdoor deck. When those panels are open, the inside and outside become one continuous space. Concrete floors that run uninterrupted from interior to exterior. The same ceiling fan, the same lighting palette, no visual break. In warm climates, this is transformational. In moderate climates, with a covered porch, it works 3 seasons out of 4. The living room doubles in size without adding a square foot of enclosed space.
There's something worth saying here. The reason barndominium living rooms consistently outperform conventional home living rooms at the same square footage, sometimes at a lower cost, is the ceiling. Human beings respond to volume, to the feeling of space above them, to light coming from unexpected angles. Conventional construction fights that. Barndominiums give it to you for free. The structure is already tall. The bones are already interesting. The only question is what you decide to do with them.
Idea 4. The fireplace as architecture. Not a fireplace insert in a drywall surround. Not a gas log set in a prefab box. A fireplace that is itself a structural statement. Floor-to-ceiling stacked fieldstone. A steel firebox with a blackened metal surround that echoes the structural columns. A cast concrete hearth that extends 6 feet into the room and doubles as a bench. In a barndominium living room, the fireplace has the ceiling height to become something genuinely monumental. A properly designed fireplace in this space doesn't just add warmth, It becomes the room's reason for existing. Everything else orients around it. Idea 5. The Clerestory light room. Most people think about windows at eye level. Barndominium architecture gives you a different option. Windows near the roofline. Clerestory windows. A row of glass panels set high on the wall, below the peak, running the length of the living space. What they do is remarkable. Natural light enters from above and washes down the walls. It changes quality throughout the day, soft and diffuse in the morning, sharp and directional in the afternoon. It never creates the glare that eye-level windows do, because the sun angle is always indirect. The room feels lit from within, warm even on gray days, dramatic without trying. Pair it with high-contrast walls, dark below, lighter above, and the effect is architectural in a way that costs almost nothing extra to design in during the framing stage. Idea 6. The library loft living room. Some barndominium designs place a loft above, bedroom, office, storage. The smart ones make the loft part of the living room's visual identity. Open steel railing, a loft floor of wood or glass grating that lets light filter through. Built-in shelving that runs along the loft wall, visible from below. Books, objects, art. From the living room floor, you're looking up into a layered, inhabited space. It adds depth and warmth that a flat ceiling simply cannot. The loft becomes a second focal point that makes the room feel curated and intentional, like a space someone actually thought about, rather than a box they filled with furniture. Idea 7. The concrete and warmth combination. Polished concrete floors get a bad reputation: cold, hard, industrial. That reputation comes from spaces that stopped there and called it done. The correction is layering. Large format wool or jute area rugs that define the seating zone, a sectional with deep cushions and textured upholstery, leather accents, throw blankets in natural materials, cotton, linen, chunky knit wool. The concrete provides the foundation, literally and visually. It grounds the room. The layers on top are what make it feel inhabited, what makes it feel like somewhere you actually want to sit for 3 hours on a Sunday. The contrast between the hard floor and the soft furnishings is the same principle as the steel and cream room. Opposition creates interest. Here's something the design world won't always say directly. A room that looks intentional doesn't require an expensive interior designer. It requires 2 or 3 strong decisions: a statement ceiling, a fireplace that means something, a floor that connects to the outdoors, and then restraint everywhere else. The barndominium living rooms that people can't stop looking at are rarely the ones that did the most. They're the ones that identified what mattered and committed to it. Idea 8. The Wraparound view room. Corner lots, waterfront parcels, hilltop sites. These are the properties where a design decision made at the framing stage can produce a living room that feels genuinely irreplaceable. Windows on 2 walls meeting at the corner, or a wraparound deck accessible from sliding panels on both walls. The living room becomes an observation point, not just a room with a view, a room that is surrounded by one. Furniture floats in the center of the space, oriented not toward a television, but toward the glass. The outside world becomes the entertainment. Depending on where you've built, that might be a lake at sunset, a tree line at dusk, or open pasture rolling to the horizon. You cannot replicate that in a subdivision. You can design for it in a barndominium on the right piece of land. Idea 9. The reclaimed wood ceiling. The roof deck of a barndominium is a blank canvas that most builds leave bare. Spray foam, maybe a painted surface, and that's it. The ones that go further install reclaimed barnwood planking across the ceiling. Wide boards, irregular grain, natural gray and amber tones that shift depending on the light.
The effect is one of the most visually powerful things you can do to this space. The ceiling drops the room's perceived temperature by 20 degrees. It makes the industrial bones above feel rooted, aged, earned, like this building has been standing for 60 years, even if it was framed last spring. It's one finish decision that transforms the entire room's identity. Idea 10. The night mode living room. Most barndominium design conversations happen in daylight. This one is about what happens after dark. Intentional lighting layers, not overhead can lights blasting the room flat. Pendant lights on dimmers hung from the steel beams at varying heights. Floor lamps in the corners. Under cabinet and shelf lighting that grazes surfaces. Firelight if you have it. At night, a barndominium living room with layered lighting becomes something different than it was during the day. Moody, warm. The high ceilings that felt dramatic in daylight now feel sheltering in the dark. Pockets of light, deep shadows in the upper corners. It's a room that changes personality with the sun, and that's the sign of a genuinely well-designed space. 10 ideas, 1 living room to build. The truth is, the best barndominium living rooms don't use all 10. They pick 2 or 3 and commit completely. A steel contrast room with a floor-to-ceiling fireplace and Clerestory light. A reclaimed ceiling with an indoor-outdoor dissolve and layered night lighting. The structure gives you the canvas. The decisions are yours. If you're building or planning and you want to see how we've broken down barndominium costs, floor plans, and design styles across this channel, it's all here. Spend some time in the archive. There's a lot. And if one of these ideas made something click for you, drop it in the comments. Tell me which one. I read every single one. Subscribe if you haven't. New videos every week. No filler, just real information on building something worth living in. See you in the next one.